Get into the world of celebrities and Bravo Labs with What the Reality with me, Cache Roberts. I discuss the mess of it all, from reality TV, Hey Housewives, to iconic pop culture moments in the making. We are talking about it all. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating and a comment wherever you listen to your podcast. Welcome to the pod. You are listening to What the Reality with me, Cache Roberts. We're on our Tuesday episode. A lot's been going on. Guys, I was just on Twitter because if there is one thing that will divide us Housewife fans, it is Lisa Vanderpump and Phaedra Parks. And I just feel like it is really dividing the people. And I was just like making a point. I mean, I'm just here for Phaedra's shade. The people are not here for it. But I'm like, she comes in for 2 weeks. What else are y'all expecting for her to give? I'm shocked they gave her like a tagline. Like, I'm even shocked she even got that. But the people are mad that she is back on. And I love it. No, I just love Phaedra. So I don't really care. Like, she's good television. She got the people talking, but people are mad that she is back. Someone then said, because I said I just love her shade. It was in relation to the Angela, like the most oldest, youngest looking woman ever. It's giving Phaedra and Charles had something going on. We're going to get into it. This is our Atlanta recap, but someone had the nerve after I said I'm just here for the shade. I mean, Angela looks good. I'm not even saying anything, but I'm just saying, like, at the end of the day, Phaedra, her shade is just unmatched. And someone was like she wouldn't clock my hairline and my popcorn shrimp edge. And then they blocked me. And I'm just like, I didn't even get a chance to respond. Like, they must have said that yesterday. But I'm like, not popcorn shrimp. Isn't it giving, though? It's kind of giving popcorn shrimp. I'm not going to lie. But no. And this person had the nerve to block me. And, like, I didn't even get a chance to respond. Like, I'm pretty sure they said this yesterday. So I just check onto Twitter, like, a couple times. But I don't check my notifications because I'm always just commenting dumb stuff. But dang, that person clocked me and blocked me, y'all. Like, I don't think the hairline is that far back. It may be giving popcorn shrimp, but at least I have edges. A lot of people don't have edges. A lot of people in Atlanta don't have edges. And the person that left the comment probably don't even have a face because there was no face. Like, I'm just like, I hate when it's always those people commenting and you don't even have a profile picture. So am I talking to AI right now? I really wouldn't know a thing. Like, I just would not know if I'm talking to AI. But the people are mad. Phaedra Parks is back. I am not one of those people because, like I said, Phaedra gives us the shade that we need. But anyway, I just had to say that because right before I logged on, that is what had happened. Let's get into some reality topics. Before we get into the Atlanta recap, we're going to do a Bravo's Love Hotel recap as well. Starting off with reality topics. Guess who was engaged? Uba Hassan. Yes, she is engaged. And let me go to her post, and I'm going to put it up on the screen. She is engaged to Mr. Connecticut, Oliver. She said in her Instagram story, it was so cute what she said. She said, I'm trying to find it. To love and be loved by someone so kind, deeply good, and quietly breathtaking. And then it's like a carousel of like the images she posted on her story. Yes, she is engaged. So let's see who all commented. I know Bren did not comment, and that is a fact. Let's see who commented underneath. I know Jessel did. Sai did. Aaron Leachy did. Garcelle Bouvet did. Melissa Gorga did. Who else from her cast? Did I see something from Jenna? I don't think... Oh, her cousin Chanel commented. That's as far as from this article. I'm not on her Instagram, but I'm sure... I don't know if Jenna would, because I don't think Jenna and Uba are on good terms. Another thing, I heard that the word on the street is that Uba and Bren possibly may not be returning, but maybe Uba will return now because she's engaged and Bravo wants to see that. They're still casting for New York City. I thought it was donezo. I was hoping it was done. It is not done. That's that. Let's see what's going on. Stefan Diggs, Cardi B. Let's just talk about this for a quick hit. So Offset is currently crashing out because he has once claimed that Cardi would never find love. No one would want to mess with her because he impregnated her with all of these children. To Offset's surprise, because he's the only one that's shocked, Cardi B is a wanted woman. I mean, body's banging. She's gorgeous. She can rap. Body's banging. Okay, let's just keep it a buck. Her and Stefan Diggs. Stefan posted her on his Instagram feed, which is something totally different than a quick little like Instagram story, a quick little no face, no show. He posted her on his Instagram feed. It was them courtside at, I think they were at the Knicks game or something. And she looked good. She has now posted him on her feed. It was a really cute picture. Butt out. Like, she looks good. She posted something on her story, her twerking on him. Offset is in the midst of filing for spousal support. I forgot they were ever married because they were married, but they were like so on and off the whole time they were married. So they weren't really ever really even married. He's filing for spousal support. Not shocked. Migos is donezo. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Him and Quavo have yet to reconcile. I don't know what's going on with Quavo. I don't think he's really getting any hits. If they were smart and if they needed money, they would reunite for the business aspect. Don't know what happened. You know, there were rumors that Quavo or like Offset slept with Sweetie, all of that stuff. Sweetie going down, steadily down. Her career is in the tank, so it's making me think that Quavo was paying for all that stuff. She looks a mess. Hair, makeup. She needs more money for the budget, like our friend over in Atlanta, Britt. But no. So Offset's crashing out, requesting spousal support. What's new? Not shocked, like I said. And I hear he had that solo album. It flopped. Not shocked. Now, he's like sub-tweeting Stefan. Like, I had to pass. And then Stefan went on his Instagram story and had a picture of him like catching the football. Because, you know, Stefan is in the NFL. A lot of back and forth over Miss Cardi B. But Offset been crashing out, been wanting that old thing back. And now she's living her best life. People are in the comments saying, well, this will not turn out well. I don't even think Cardi B is looking for anything serious, given what she's been through. That's probably traumatizing. I think she's probably looking for a good time. She's enjoying torturing him, as I am. And I think she's just having a good time because there was a video of Stefan on the yacht and the thirsty girls. That it's just girls you can't even compete with because the type of stuff they do to be on those yachts is just like beneath human level. But they were over there calling him all sorts of not his name. Cardi B was on the same yacht. People were clocking that. Cardi knows what she's doing. She would not be getting involved with this man. My only hope is she does not get pregnant by this man. Have your fun, girl. Live it up. She looks good. I am not a tattoo girl. A lot of tattoos just don't make sense to me. And a lot of them are just like, Like, it's very rare. Like, I used to watch Black Ink Crew. Those are some artists. It's really rare I see a tattoo that I'm like, wow. Really makes me consider getting one, even though I'm terrified. I'll get piercings all day, no problem. A tattoo? Ooh, I'm scared. But Cardi B's peacock tattoo that goes like from her waist to her like upper leg, like her thigh. has to be one of the most gorgeous tattoos ever. The color on her skin tone, like the ink. And maybe that's another thing because of my skin tone. It's like I can only do one ink. So that's why I'm like always with tattoos. Like it just never gives. But with Cardi B, that peacock tattoo, gorgeous. So when I see her twerking and getting it on the yachts, I'm like, as you should be. Because Offset really thought you were not the one. He thought he could trick you out of here, make you undateable. And that's what a lot of men do, y'all. A lot of men will do that, make you undateable, because unfortunately, men with kids are still dateable. But as soon as a woman has a kid, that makes them undateable for some odd reason. But I really think he was like hoping like, oh, she'll never go anywhere because this is the mother of my child, this is the mother of my children. And she's about to have all these kids by me. No other man is going to want her. I will never lose this woman. She will always come back. And for a long time, that was their routine. But Cardi B has finally been released from the shackles of Offset, and I'm here for it. It's going to be a Cardi B summer. It's going to be a Megan Thee Stallion summer. I'm a Megan fan. She dropped swimwear on Period, so I'm super excited for that. But it's going to be a good summer for the rap girlies. Like totally. Why did my screen do that? I feel like it was filming good and now it's like a little saturated. I don't know. So I'm really excited about Cardi B's song. She's about to drop a song too. I think it's called like Outside. And you don't even have to be a Cardi B fan to just want more for her. So I'm so looking forward to that. And I'm really enjoying Offset be in his feelings because he really thought she was not the one. I mean, look at her. And she's a rapper. I mean, these men, and dude, you're not even making music, or as Nene Leakes would say, making beats in the studio. Anyway, let's move on. Todd and Julie Chrisley are out. I am a fan of the Chrisleys, or I was a fan before I found out they schemed a bunch of banks. I mean, honestly, scheme the banks. Did they scheme the people? I don't know. I got to look into it. It's different like Jen Shah's scheming. So I'm a fan of them. I was looking forward to seeing where they would be at within 5 to 10 years of the prison sentence because they did do what they're accused of. But the issues with the Chrisleys is that they never took accountability of what they did. Therefore, they were going to remain in prison. Unfortunately, until someone took office, and now he's just pardoning folks left and right, but not pardoning people that need to be pardoned. Because now I'm even hearing he's saying no one has approached him about pardoning Diddy. So there's a possibility that Diddy will get a sentence, but he will be pardoned by let's keep it cute, by a president, not mine. So that's that. So Todd and Julie Chrisley, they did still like $36 million from government and the banks to keep up with this lavish lifestyle. And you know what? I always knew something was off when every season of Chrisley Knows Best, they were moving into a new house. When I feel like when you moving around, you trying to move money. That's why you're moving around. You're taking out loans. Oh, I got to get this house. Oh, let me close this house. Like, I feel like that's a clear indicator. That's why I'm like, y'all favorite housewife in Jersey be moving a lot. I'm like, tighten it up. Tighten it up. If you guys, but also if you were, I will never understand why reality stars, if you have something in your history, Karen Huger, Jen Shah, the Chrisleys, why are you going on reality TV? It's not looking great for you because everything in the closet, your skeletons, they eventually come out. They do. So yeah, Peter Thomas, he didn't pay his freaking taxes and he thought he could get away with it. Dude, first of all, you're not just an average business owner. You are a business owner that was in the limelight. The Chrisleys, I think what really sucks about them, because you know they're coming back, and I will be watching. Do I stand by what happened? No. And then, of course, the first thing that Chrisley does, Todd Chrisley, is like, does a whole press conference, fresh roots and all. He's like, they treat black men terrible in there. And that is a fact. I don't need you to advocate for black men. And it is beyond me that they have a granddaughter that is a mixed race, but we don't need you to advocate for black men because the black men aren't the ones getting pardoned. So the press release was doing what? So you can secure your spot back at the cookout? Because unfortunately, there are idiots out here that genuinely think because they were pardoned, that's the only good thing the administration has done from us. When I'm like, y'all need to wake the F up. That has nothing to do with us. That is so Trump can get money back. I don't like mentioning his name on my show because I'm just like, no, this little old show. But I'm just saying, I don't like mentioning it, but I'm like, him letting out the Chrisleys is just literally putting money back into the administration. It's so the rich stay rich, the poor stay poor. But this is not a political show. But I'm just saying, your favorite reality stars, my former favorite, because I did like them. I wonder if they will be on House of Villains. Well, now, we already got a confirmed list, which let me talk about that while I talk about my next topic, because we did get a House of Villains confirmation, but I am saying for the next one, or I wonder if they're going to put Todd or Julie on Traitors, because unfortunately, reality stars, they go to jail, they get out, life moves on. Like, I'm not about to nail them to the cross. Like I said, I'm going to be watching Chrisley Knows Best. I don't know if it's going to be called that. Maybe it should be called Chrisley Knows Worse or something, because they don't know best, because they literally were in jail. But I think that I'm going to watch it. People are going to watch it. The ratings are going to be insane. And I think if reality TV producers were smart, they would put them on House of Villains, not together, or Traitors, or put one of them on Traitors while the one is on House of Villains. Like, that would be really smart. Okay, speaking of House of Villains, cast is leaked. It's out. And I'm really excited about this cast. Okay, so we have Paul Abraham? He's from Big Brother. I don't know that man in my Keke Palmer voice. I wouldn't know that man. I wouldn't. We got Tyson Apostol. This is from Survivor, The Challenge. I think I know him because I used to be a big Challenge fan. I stopped really watching The Challenge because Paramount Plus sucks. And yeah, that's the only thing I watch it on. And I just feel like it's super expensive. The ads are insane comparable to Hulu. I'm not paying extra. The only streaming platform I have with no ads is Netflix and Peacock. And I can't imagine watching Housewives with ads now that I've watched it without ads. Okay, Kate Chastain from Below Deck. I've been in my Below Deck bag. I'm all caught up with Mediterranean. I'm on the most recent season for Below Deck because I know Below Deck, regular one with Carrie now, Captain Carrie, who's actually a good captain. I'm on episode like 7 of the recent season before this new season coming out this week. So much coming out this week. I'm about to be caught up with that. I gotta get caught up. I'm all caught up with Sailing Yacht. I gotta get caught up with, is it Down Under? With Captain Jason, right? Isn't it Captain Jason? That fine man. Okay, Jackie Christie's on there for Basketball Wives. Jackie Christie is a Leo. I love me some Jackie Christie on period. Plain Jane, RuPaul's Drag Race. That is probably a show I cannot get into along with TLC shows. And you know what? I think I would like RuPaul's Drag Race. I just have never sat down and got into it. And I know that multiple times at award shows, Drag Race is beating the reality TV categories like all the time. Like they're always getting it. Johnny Middlebrooks from Love Island. I didn't know who this was for a minute. I know who this is. This is the no neck guy. This is the guy with no neck. He was with Selly. I'm shocked. How did he get that gig? That's shocking. So that's Love Island. I was watching Love Island before Love Island got so big last season. I know exactly who Johnny is. That man was just want to be a reality star, and I wish Selly would have saw that. That man was playing her from the start. He was playing whoever he was with on Love Island, Not All-Stars, Love Island Games. I guess that's not coming back. Ashley Mitchell, The Challenge. So they got a couple of challenge people on here. Ashley is the one that infamously stole that money from that guy that would talk so much crap about her, and they made it, and she beat his time, and she stole all that money from him. Period. I like Ashley. Tiffany New York Pollard. So she is back. I think this will be New York's regular gig. I think they're trying to compensate her for not going to Traders because I'm pretty sure she's been asked to do Traders a couple times. But I think she's going to just be on House of Villains. Christine Quinn, Selling Sunset. I was saying she needed to either go on House of Villains or Traders. I'm really glad to see her. She's a really good villain, but I'm also really interested in her personal life. I would like to see her on Beverly Hills. I think she could play with those girls fairly. Because we're Selling Sunset. That's like in LA. I think she should go on Beverly Hills. Tom Sandoval, Vanderpump Rules. He was also on the Traders. Tom Sandoval, it's good to know he has a life past the scandal. I don't think anyone will date him again. Is Tom Sandoval good reality TV? Yes. So now he's already done Traders. We're going to see if he finds himself in a situation like Tiffany where, you know, she is always on House of Villains. Because I feel like Sandoval is good reality TV. And then look at that. Wait, House of Villains will be on Peacock. So Tom Sandoval is going to be on Peacock while Ariana's hosting Love Island. Let's talk about Love Island too. See how I transitioned there? And I wasn't even going to talk about House of Villains. So Love Island is back. It'll be back when you guys listen to this episode on period. So we all are going to be busy. I'm going to talk about it. I'm not. I really want to go on Love Island. Like, I would love to go on Love Island. I feel like I would be really good on it. And I don't want to be the old head on there. So I really want to be on there before I turn, like, I don't know. I just don't want to be the old head on there. Like, everyone on there that goes on there is so young, and I've wanted to go on there since I was, like, 23. I'm, like, 25 now. I want to go on Love Island, but I will be watching. I don't know if I'm going to be recapping, but I would love to go on Love Island. Maybe we'll talk about it a little bit. The first couple episodes, I don't know if I'm going to talk about it. Everyone's just going to be comparing it to last season, which was polarizing, but we move on. And for everyone that is obsessed with PPG, I personally am not. I love the couples that came from it. Janae, Kenny, Serena Cordell, Twist, Leah and Miguel. I love that for them. But the point of Love Island is that we get to know a whole new cast. You can decide who you want to follow on social media and stuff, and you carry on from there. The fact that we are now getting a spinoff with them. Nobody asked for Connor's weird butt to be on there. Nobody asked for Kaylor to be on there. No one asked for Kendall to be on there. Liv, I can get with, because actually I like Liv. But the fact that Connor is going to be on there, I'm like, was Hakeem not available? Y'all remember Hakeem. They both came in together. I would prefer Hakeem over Connor. I don't know why Connor's on there. Anyway, Love Island USA will be out. We did get a cast reveal. And it is looking very diverse. It's looking very amazing. It's looking polar opposite of Love Island UK. As it should be, because as we all know, Love Island UK likes one color. And all the guys come in, blonde, blue eyes. They're like, that's what we're looking for. And then the girls, they like to say tan, nice build. Tan doesn't mean black, though. I was always so confused. I was like, tan? It doesn't mean that. It just means you want someone actually tan. But yes, that is your reality topics. I had some Real Housewives of Atlanta topics I wanted to get into before we recap Real Housewives of Atlanta. You are listening to What the Reality with me, Cassia Roberts. We had to do a little break, a little tea break, because we got some tea in Atlanta before we get into this Atlanta recap and, of course, the Bravo Love Hotel, which I'm thoroughly enjoying, but they can wrap it up just like they can wrap up Atlanta. I'm not going to lie. So apparently over here in Atlanta, we did recap this last episode, disgusting event of Brett Eady. It was literally so distasteful. You cannot afford to pay for your guests, all of that stuff, yada, yada, yada. Do not feel bad for her. I think she's trying to play with the big boys. Really, she can go somewhere else. Atlanta, shoot, even Basketball Wives. But, yeah, the event was terrible. So apparently the word on the street is the event planner wasn't an event planner. So that's that. And then also Mike is getting sued from the country club for dipping out on the bill. So not only could they not afford to pay for the housewives dinner, they could not afford to pay for the venue space. And yeah, they dipped out on the bill. And now he is facing a lawsuit, I think, which is crazy. Yeah, no, yeah, he's being sued. So that's that. I'm shocked that they would let this episode air and not have all their stuff in order. So like, you still didn't pay, and you really thought that this wouldn't catch up to you when it aired. If I know I didn't pay something, oh my gosh, I'm on reality TV. I will say it again. Why do reality TV stars go onto reality TV with a bunch of skeletons in their closet? You either want it to come out or you don't want it to come out. Like, why would you want all of this information out here as a reality star? I don't know. So Atlanta reunion is supposed to be filming this Thursday. And hopefully, Friday's episode will be part 2 of What's the Reality on Kandi Burruss and Phaedra Parks' friendship. That'll be a much appreciated part, because the girls cannot stand the fact that I had a hint of defense for Phaedra Parks. We haven't even gotten to part 2 yet. Part 2, I'll get into her butt. But I'm just saying, that was part 1. We had to set it up. So I won't even be able to talk about the Atlanta outfits, which I doubt we'll even see anytime soon. Maybe we'll see it this weekend, but they take a minute to show the looks. So I was just hoping to talk about the seat chart prediction. So I'm going to give my prediction, then we're going to go into the Atlanta recap. Obviously, we got Andy, the HEIC head executive in charge. And then I'm saying on his left, but this will be flipped. Yeah. On this side, closest to Andy will be Portia. On this side, closest to Andy will be Drew. I stand by that. After Drew, or after Portia, let's put Shamia. I think Shamia will be after Portia. After Drew, I think will be Angela. Then I think it'll be Britt after Shamia. Or no. Britt. Ooh, because Britt's kind of in a tough spot with everyone. After Shamia, I'm going to probably put Kelly. Because Kelly don't like Drew or Angela for some reason. And then I'm going to put probably Phaedra after Kelly. If Phaedra is any closer to Andy, I'm calling BS on all of it. Because why is she close to him when she hasn't done anything besides attempt to save the show? And I like Phaedra, but the ratings are still flunking. I'm enjoying this season more than I have the past 2 seasons. I've tapped out the last 2. I just like, all right, I'll catch it at the reunion. Log on to the reunion. Ain't nothing going on. People are not liking it because they love Kenya. The show isn't bad, but I'm just saying, if Phaedra is closer than 3rd seat, Andy got to reprioritize. We got to give the newbies a chance to show up and show out. It cannot be Phaedra's 2nd seed. And she better not be 2nd seed. And I like Phaedra. Phaedra does not deserve 2nd seed. So I definitely think our first is definitely going to be Portia, Drew, Shamia, Angela. That's the top 4. And then I think Britt will be after Angela. And then it'll be Kelly after Shamia, and then Phaedra after Kelly. And then, like we know, I did cover Kenya's confessionals in one of my past episodes. Kenya was invited to the reunion, then she was disinvited. So Kenya will not be at the reunion, y'all, at all. All right, let's get into Atlanta recap. That was my Atlanta Housewives production. I may do an infographic. I may not. It depends if I'm tired or not by the time I need to edit this episode. So the ladies, we're just going to talk about some things that stood out to me. And then we're going to get into Bravo's Love Hotel. So the ladies are showing up with donations at Shamia's house because they're going to Grenada. And Grenada just had a hurricane. I think it was hurricane relief. It's so funny because it's not funny, but I'm watching, it's just so odd because I'm watching Below Deck right now with Captain Carey. This is the season after Captain Lee doesn't get the boot, but it is very sad watching Captain Lee because he is very old, trying to charter a boat, and it's just not working. So I'm watching the season after his last one, before this upcoming season. and they're actually in Grenada. So it's just so funny to me that now I'm watching Atlanta and the current cast trip is in Grenada. Because, yeah, I've just never really... Grenada is a very distinct location. So it is funny how, like, 2 Bravo shows I'm watching right now are both in Grenada. So the ladies show up for donations with Grenada. By ladies, I mean... Who was it? I think it was Kelly, of course. I think Cynthia dropped off some stuff. Did Angela send some stuff? Not all the ladies sent stuff, but... Or maybe they did send stuff, they just didn't go to the scene. But Britt went on scene and showed up with like 2 boxes. They were super light, and they opened the boxes, and it was like 2 rolls of Charmin toilet paper in there, some canned stuff. That was all it was. Keep in mind, Shamia has all these boxes from her stuff. Kelly has a bunch of water, like a trunk full of water to give. People brought a good amount. It looks like, and then Kelly's like, or Britt's like, the rest of my stuff's going to show up with my guy. And Shamia's like, well, when's your guy coming? Because the truck's going to be here around 1. And then Britt's like, are you serious? And then Britt just can't wait to talk about her event. Because she's like, that is not a reflection of who I am as a person. Cheap. Is that not? She's like, this is not a reflection of who I am as a person. I'm so upset at my event planner, which I'm finding out wasn't even an event planner. She's not even an event planner, y'all. Find it on social media. I can't find it right now. I'm going to get sidetracked from Twitter as soon as I log on. But I'm hearing it wasn't even an event planner. That was her job sprung on her last minute, but she's not even an event planner. Like, she wasn't hired to do that. So Britt's saying she's very devastated with her event. That's not how she is. All of that stuff. But as Shamia would say, we're still talking about the fact that we're still hungry. We still didn't even know what the event was for, because it was a bare naked, not go naked. Guys, I'm wearing go naked bundles. Okay? These are go naked bundles. This is from Portia Williams. Portia, does this look like your bundles? I don't have a closure or anything, but these are her bundles. And I just feel like maybe I should take Drew's place. Like, these are go naked bundles. And I will say they're very thick because they tangle. They do tangle. But my hairstylist actually said you want the hair to kind of tangle. That's how you know it's good, thick hair. And I will say this is my 3rd time reusing this, and we've cut it up. We've done a side part. We've done a middle part with this. I've done a side and a middle part. I've done 2 middle parts and 1 side. The hair is giving, okay? And I dyed it jet black. But yes, this is go naked, and the hair is thick. So, period. That's my 1-2 on Portia's Go Naked, not Bare Naked by Britt. But yes, so Britt is upset about that. Yada yada yada. Portia and Drew meet up. So let's talk about the Portia and Drew meet up. Portia, this is Go Naked. And I'm saying that because I genuinely mostly like Portia. However, can we all agree that Portia is clicking down? In the words of New York, you're clicking down, sweetie. And I do think it's because the lack of storyline she can have in her house, because she was hit with a cease and desist from her crazy ex who is sitting in detention. I do think that probably took a hit, because if you guys remember, Portia could not wait to show this soft life. She said Portia Williams coming back. No, Portia Goodbody is coming back, though. She could not wait to show off that she was a wife, which is why I think she is very envious of Shamia, because Shamia is living this life. She has the opportunity to live it. And I think she's very upset with that. I just think she's upset because she doesn't get a chance to show that aspect. Now she has to show another divorce. The difference between the 2 divorces and people's disconnect with Portia is our first divorce with Cordell, we got to see a lot. That was season 6, Atlanta. We got to see a lot of Portia and her vulnerability, all of that stuff. This one, it's kind of difficult for viewers to empathize with Portia this time around because of how she got Simon. Y'all can say she did not know Fallon. Fallon was brought on the show through Portia. At the end of the day, she knew Fallon's first, and clearly she knew Fallon's last name. And she still decided that this man will be good for me. I don't care if y'all had a falling out. A lot of people, including myself, to this day, struggle with that part of Portia because of how you got this man. So now it is kind of like, you know, karma is a B. And I hate to be that person, but I'm just like, what do you expect? Did you even know this guy? Or did you just see a huge mansion and a wife that wasn't attaining to his needs, as he would say, as a lot of men would say? But Portia and Drew meet up, and Portia has a lot of heat for Drew, and I'm really glad Drew called her out and said, you are clearly going through a divorce. The heat you have for me is not reflected to me. It is reflected in your life. And people ate that up. Why do people not like when Sutton says that to Dorit? I don't know. On Beverly Hills. I mean, the ladies are saying the same thing. Maybe I need more Atlanta girls to watch Beverly Hills, because we'd be like, Sutton ain't saying nothing that bad. The Waller comment, the you're upset in your life, that is literally what Drew just told Portia. And it's just like, I'm here for it. I'm here for any housewife that'll stand on something and not cowered away, because I do feel like Portia is cowarding away. She is not in her best limelight. Guys, will Portia Williams be back on Atlanta next season? So when she did sign this season, I know she signed some sort of contract with NBC. So I do think she's going to have to come back. I don't think if she had that contract, though, she would come back, because I don't think she depicted how her life would be right now. She did not want to show another divorce in her shopping for an 8-bedroom mansion that she knows she can't afford in the middle of a divorce. It's very unfortunate. So Drew brings up how, like, you want to keep it real. Well, let's keep it real how you are now filming with Ralph. At the end of the day, how we feel about Portia and Drew, I will stand on it. Drew filming with Dennis was wrong. So that kind of already tells me what's going on with you and Portia. I didn't know there was beef to the point you're filming with her baby daddy if she didn't know about it. Y'all can say Portia knew about it. Did Portia know about it? Is it likely? Yes. It still would rub me the wrong way, baby daddy or not, ex-husband or not. Why are you filming with someone in my family, in my circle that has access to me? Like, why are you filming with them? But I'm also just like, two wrongs don't make a right. Just as wrong as Drew is of filming with Dennis, Portia and Shamia are dead wrong for filming with Ralph. And then I think for me, it's just like Portia acting like she's not doing this, or is like, oh, Shamia's doing it. I was just meeting up with Shamia. When we all knew that wasn't true. People are like, why are we not blaming Shamia more? I am. And that's why, Shamia, you have those you have those lapdog accusations, because you do this stuff for Portia. Everything's for Portia. At the end of the day, her validation is for Portia. And those type of friends, but at the end of the day, they're always seeking validation from that one friend, is crazy to me and ridiculous. It's just like, girl, get a grip. For real. Get a grip. And that's what Shamia is. She's just constantly seeking validation. And the fact that Drew sees this in Portia, she's like, look, you're not even really upset with me. And if you are, let's figure out why we upset with each other. Because I'm filming with Dennis and now you're choosing to film with Ralph. That's why you're upset, right? And then Portia's like, well, you need to let me finish. And it's like, Portia, spit it out. And then she's like, well, I know you're not even dating Dennis because you're dating Black. So now I'm like, so now she's dating Dennis and Black? And then Drew brings up the Future rumors. And Portia says she don't even know Future. But why are we blocking out Future's name like we all don't know who Future is? Did Future send Bravo a cease and desist? Yikes. If Future did that, dang, he got money. To Bravo? All right. I'm just also giggling at the fact during this whole scene, Drew just wants some ginger tea with some turmeric or something to hit that voice note. And the girl said she gonna make her something. They didn't have no ginger tea. I don't see how they didn't have no ginger or green tea. Like, it looked like they were at a cafe. You don't got no green ginger tea, lemon tea. They didn't even have no lemon tea. So the girl said, okay, I'll see what she can whip you up back there. They came back out with the same black tea. She said, what did she make me? She was like, oh, it's black tea. And she's like, That is what Drew said. Drew was funny because all she wanted was some tea to prove to Portia that she has been in the beats making music so much that her voice is gone. She's lost her voice. I always feel like people lose their voice, but I feel like how much of that is you putting on more for you losing your voice? I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a hater. But no, Drew nipped Portia in the butt so much, Drew walked away. Portia walked away. Portia has been walking away a lot lately. That is why I'm saying Portia has been giving me coward. I'm not really enjoying Portia this season. She is coming off as a bad friend. She's coming off as a jealous friend. And she's coming off as needing a storyline. I think a lot of the women use Drew as a storyline. But Drew got too much going on. Like, Kelly, I like Kelly. But Kelly now all of a sudden has this imaginary beef towards Drew. And it's just like, well, what's your beef with Drew? Is it because Drew is the easy target? But I will say Drew's having a better season than all of the women. Her and Angela are taking it. But that's what I love about Atlanta right now, is that I like all of them. I like the shade Portia's giving. I live for the shade that Phaedra's giving. Me and my big head, apparently, and my popcorn shrimp edge. But I live for all of them. I think they all bring, like, just amazing stuff to the show. I live for this go naked in my head. Like, I'm just saying they all bring something to the show. So that's that situation. Kelly's friend Lamont is over. I think this is really good. We're getting more development in Kelly's personal storyline. So I was like, well, what happened there? Her friend, who is also her publicist, I think, her friends are over. So because she's going to the Grenada trip, Kelly is going to miss the first days of school for the girls. I think it's like the first week. She hates that. The girls are like, fine. So like, what's our allowance? The girls, it says, whatever. But it is one of those things. I understand Kelly, because my mom made sure she was at all my first days. Like, that's just the type of mom she is. You know what I mean? A lot of parents really want to make sure they're there for that first day of school, whether it is 3rd grade, 9th grade, 5th grade. Like, you know what I mean? Like, a lot of people just, they want to know. So her friend Lamont is going to agree to take the girls. Then I guess Lamont is a common connection between Kelly and her ex, Mark. So Lamont has reached out to Mark and basically was like, can we get on good terms? All of that stuff. And Lamont was, Mark was basically like, no, I don't want to be on good terms. No, I don't want to see the children either. So remember, Kelly has 2 different baby daddies. So she got one, Chloe's the oldest. That's a different one. She's on good terms with him. The last baby daddy, the second one, is with 3 of her girls. He is the one that's putting her through crap in the, like, legal divorce proceedings. He's the one that's not trying to chip in with money, all of that stuff. He is the one she had to get a restraining order against because he was making threats to her in court. Like, the judge witnessed it. So that's that. I just thought it was interesting how her ex and her friend have a common knowing of each other. And Kelly got super emotional because she thought Lamont was going to come with good news. No good news. He still does not want to see the kids. And that has to be devastating for sure. So let's get into some light shade before we get to Grenada. I wrote down Phaedra is iconic. She said Angela must be the oldest looking young lady she's ever seen. Phaedra said Angela may be the oldest looking young lady she's seen. You know, I'm here for the shade. A lot of people are like, so you leave Married to Medicine to be a mean girl on Atlanta. Something's going on between Angela Oakley and Phaedra. Did Phaedra and Charles date? Was Angela the side, mostly the main? Was Phaedra the side? She don't like Angela. And she says she's the oldest young lady. Phaedra now, I love Phaedra. Flaws and all. She is not perfect by far. But Phaedra got a whole new face. Her and Miss Nene Leakes. They went to the same surgeon and they both said, let's look like the Claremont twins. Sometimes the shade, because you watch this stuff for so long, I've watched America's Next Top Model, it just rolls off. I love you, Phaedra and Nene, but you were the last one to be talking about the oldest looking, youngest. lady I've ever seen. Angela looked good. I just wish her jeans weren't so low rise. I just wish they weren't. Phaedra looks good, but Phaedra has a whole new face. Nene looks good, but Nene has a whole new face. So if we're going to be talking about faces, let's talk about the faces y'all had 5 years ago. It's just so funny to me how Phaedra debuted on the show as a church woman, which I talk about in What's the Reality on Kandi Burruss and Phaedra's relationship. She comes on as a church girl. And to see her now as this Instagram baddie, please retire the Cheez-Its commercial. I'm over it. But Phaedra, who are you kidding yourself? You've had some surgery. Has Phaedra had skin bleaching? Now, this lighting makes me look a little lighter. But at the end of the day, I ain't bleaching that skin. Has Phaedra bleached her skin? Because her and Kandi are the same skin tone. So Phaedra's the last one to be talking about that. Was it a cackle? Did I cackle? Yes, of course. Just like I cackled when Shamia was in the confessional saying the only thing we can remember from your event is that we're still hungry, Britt. But that's why I love Atlanta. Love them or hate them, the shade is there. A lot of franchises could learn from that. Love them or hate them, the shade is there. So let's get into this trip. The ladies are rooming together. So Kelly and Shamia, of course, are rooming together in this gorgeous suite. Britt and Phaedra are rooming together. Portia and Angela are rooming together. And Angela's basically like, I'm safe because Charles is at home. Or Charles is safe because he's at home. So she's like, I can room with Portia, which is funny. She's not letting that go. I wouldn't let it go either. Like you said, you wanted to screw my man. I'm not letting that go. Drew and Cynthia are rooming together and they basically have to arm wrestle because one of the bed is like a king size and then there's twin beds. I wouldn't care about a twin bed, but Cynthia Bailey would look like a fool to be sleeping in a twin bed with her tall self. So I'm glad Drew just gave her the bed. I mean, it's not that bad. As long as I don't have to share a room, or y'all both could have shared the bed. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if it's my best friend, I'm going to share the bed with her. But do I like a bed to myself? Yes. I'm always like, how can I be married? I don't like to share a bed. Like, I feel like Paige DeSorbo. Okay, so we're talking about this dinner. So the ladies go down to dinner. They give them 30 minutes to get ready. Shamia's bags are left in Atlanta, and she doesn't have any underwear, but she has outfits. Y'all ladies will forever mix up the priorities. Why the heck would you pack 3 outfits in your carry-on but no underwear? In your personal item, your carry-on. I'm always packing the underwear in the carry-on because I would hate to be anywhere stranded without underwear. And maybe you pack 1 outfit. She packed 3 outfits in her carry-on. The priorities are mixed up. Why are we not packing underwear in the carry-ons? What? And the deodorant. I mean, if you can fit the mini stuff. Like, that's what I'm doing, though. Oh, Lord. Shamia made me literally spin out of control, but she showed up in a different outfit, but you don't got no underwear in that bag. Girl, I hope that teaches her to pack differently. I feel like it's a common thing. You pack some extra underwear in the personal item. If you, like, I have a big personal item. I can use my toe. I get away with that. You pack your underwear and stuff in that, just in case something like that would happen. Girl, she had an extra outfit, though, and I'm just like, priorities all messed up. So we're bringing up this whole Dennis Drew Ralph thing. Kelly's like, let's get this. She wants to set the intention. She's like, I want everyone to move forward. Yada, yada, yada. I'm so sick of the Dennis Drew Ralph thing. Portia thing. We laid it to rest. Drew is not sleeping with Dennis. Just as much as Ralph is not sleeping with Portia. Should Drew have filmed with Dennis? No. Should Portia have filmed with Ralph? No. Does Portia deserve this because she stole that lady's man? That's up to you. That's up to you. So Shamia wants an apology from Drew. And I said Kelly's the bone collector this episode at this dinner. She's moving the story along. I just need Kelly to deflate her lips. Even just get some CC removed. Like, it's giving It's not giving what it's supposed to be giving. It's too much. So yeah, Shamea wants an apology from Drew for calling her a lap dog. Drew is not apologizing because she feels that she is a lap dog. A lot of people agree with that. Shamea started off the season very strong, but her constant need for validation and approval from Portia is holding her back. It is. Like, how do you go from here to here? Like, you are the lap dog right now. You are acting as if you are a lap dog. Okay, let's get into Phaedra talking to the ladies, which I think she made a very valid point because they bring up the whole Pilar's education, which I felt like was wrong for Drew to even say. You weren't even cool with the girl. Even if y'all were becoming cool at the moment, you weren't even on good terms. I just would never say, who knows, maybe my album will pay for PJ's education, college education. That is a line I wouldn't have crossed. Was it shady? Yes. We can move on from it. But I do feel like she went a little too much. Let me turn my light on. I had to turn my light on because the sun's setting, but that means we're almost done. We're not filming in super dark times, but I will maintain Drew should not have said that at all. And of course, Shamea goes back. So Phaedra's point is, do you really think when you're saying this or talking bad about her possible best friend, do you really think it wouldn't have gotten back to Portia regardless? And that's when I'm like, that is a valid point. And we're gliding over the fact, whether you think y'all cool or not, you really think I'm not about to go back and tell my best friend whether we cool or not? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm really gonna tell her. And that's not lapdog behavior, that's loyal behavior, in my opinion. And then Angela swings it back to, well, this was only brought up because Shamea has confided in us about you, Portia. And I'm just like, I'm sick of it because we already know Portia is not going to be real. She said, y'all got to pay me more to be real. So we already know she's not going to be real. So why do we keep bringing this up? Where she's not going to be real about her and Shamea. She said, we already talked about it. She basically dismisses the ladies. She said, I'm not going to talk about it. She said, we're not talking about it. So she already dismissed the ladies with that. And then Shamea's like, thank you, friend, for sticking up for me again. And that's what I'm like, you have an unnatural alliance to losers, Shamea, because she did not stick up with you. She just didn't want to address it on camera because she's like, bravo, I need more money for that. I'm not about to talk about my real stuff. So you still lost, Shamea. It's still a loser behavior. It's still loser bird behavior to me. You know what also is bird behavior, and I forgot to mention? Kandi Burruss commented on Savannah Chrisley's post about her parents being out, and she said, congratulations, so happy for y'all, or something. That will be bird behavior forever to me too. Anyway, moving back, I'm just very confused how the conversation went from Shamea and Drew to about Shamea and Portia's relationship, which I find very interesting, but I know we're never going to get the real because Portia wants more money to talk about the real. So Bravo got to pay up so we can get the real. Can you send her a Cash App like immediately? I don't know. But that was kind of the episode. Kelly says that. So then Kelly's like, well, Drew, I feel like you have a problem with everyone besides Cynthia. And I don't know where that came from. I was like, does she? What's her problem with you, Kelly? What's her problem with Angela? What's her problem with Britt? I mean, I thought they hashed it. You know what I mean? But there go Kelly. Being a Yorkie. Don't she got a Yorkie? I don't know. I'm just like, she's just barking. Those little dogs, they just bark. So it's like, you was just as much the lap dog as Drew's calling Shamea. I don't know. That's how it ended. I'm excited for the next episode. It looks like Britt gets into it with some more people. And Britt talks to people wild. I will keep saying that. She talks like she don't got no manners. Like, she talks to people crazy. So there was a sneak peek. Her talking to Portia. Crazy. And that's that. Let's move on to Bravo's Love Hotel. So yes, I just want to talk about Bravo's Love Hotel a little bit because it's been keeping me fed. So this episode, the best friends are coming in. Ashley's one friend from Potomac. We know Kiel for Giselle. Did not know Luann and Cynthia were like that close of friends, but Cynthia's getting her friend of bag. Let's start there because she was on Atlanta. She was on Beverly Hills. She is now on Bravo's Love Hotel. That is 3 shows in a year. She's collecting it. Her and Crystal have a podcast. I wonder if they're still going because I know how like these celebs like they do podcasts and then they drop on them. And then Shannon brings her daughters. I don't watch Shannon on OC, so you guys genuinely have to tell me if she's this bizarre. Why the heck would you bring your daughters to meet this guy you've been talking to for 2 weeks? Talk about getting their hopes up. But I even feel like at a certain point, your daughters are probably fed up with that. It's giving Sierra being fed up with her mom being married all the time. Like, it's like, Mom, maybe you should just take a break and maybe not date someone right now. Maybe that's not the priority. I don't know why she would have her daughters meet Earl. Also, I need Shannon to let go of the smoky eye. It's giving Sonia Morgan, circa 2012. Bethany, oh my gosh, smoky eye, stop. Smoky eye, stop. Like, it's like, can we please leave the smoky eye alone? I feel like smoky eye is only good for like editorial, for like a sexy date night, for like a magazine cover. You don't need a smoky eye every day on a resort in Mexico or Puerto Rico, wherever the heck they are. They're somewhere in the heat. Why do you have a freaking smoky eye all the time? I can't even see your eye color. It's that insane. What else happens? So Ashley asked Ralph on a date. No shocker there because she likes to see Wale shake in his boots. Wale's sick of Ashley though, and that's a real one. That's why I like Wale. Luann asked Mark on a date. Giselle asked Theo, which I'm glad because I don't really see it for her and Phil, but Giselle's not there for love. Giselle is there for money, for her Bravo check, and to find someone to take care of her while her girls are in college. Like, she is not looking for a serious relationship because Jamal Bryant broke her heart so bad. She will never love like that again. You guys really think she was dating Jason from Winter House? That flop, that thirsty reality TV star? No. Shannon asked Earl because Shannon has made no other connections with Earl, with anyone else. She made a connection with James, and I don't know why she wouldn't follow through with that. I think Shannon she puts all her eggs in one basket. I would not, you making it seem like Earl just got it in the bag. Like, it's not even a race for him. I don't know. Shannon, I don't watch her on OC, so I really don't. The opinion I'm forming of her is giving desperado. So James is convinced that Luann is his girlfriend, so he's not even sweating that she took Mark out. Mark and Luann are cute, but the thing is, Mark does not date women his age. So he's never dated anyone Luann's age, which is something Cynthia asked, which I'm glad was the real. Cynthia was like, I'm just feeling friend vibes. But then Cynthia's talking, this is separate, a whole other occasion, and James is all hugged up on Cynthia. So unfortunately, Luann she doesn't have good matches right now, and it sucks. I think she sent home someone that was just kind of like, or I think her and Ralph would have been better, but Ralph is the type that likes the younger two. Even her and Theo, I thought would have been cute, but we'll see. So James is super touchy with Cynthia, and Luann does not like that. She checks him on it. I live for Luann. I could watch a Luann spinoff. I live for Luann. So ladies, then that's really much what I have. I'm trying to think. So then I know Ashley did a little game with the men, like saying what's most important. I think her bestie liked, who is it? She liked Ralph better. I think he liked Ralph better over Wale because he knows his friend. And even Ashley's like, me and Ralph are in like similar stages, even though he's like 30 years older than her, because they both had kids. And she's worried because Wale has never had kids. And she's like, he's going to want kids. True. What else happened? So the ladies do like Earl, Shannon's daughters. And that's really that. They do like him. But they said there's only 3 days left until checkout. So I think the next episode will be the finale. They're not getting a reunion. We may get an update on social media who's with who. I know Shannon and Earl are not together. I will be shocked if they are. I know Giselle's not with anyone, and I know Luann's not with anyone, and I don't think Ashley's with anyone because Jack Harlow knockoff is filming with her for upcoming Potomac season. So did the Bravo Love Hotel work? No. Who I would like to see next season on The Real, Sutton and Garcelle, I would like to see them kind of navigate that weird hiccup in their friendship, but also they would be real. And I do think there would be contenders for both of them on that island because they aren't super high maintenance. I would like to see, who else would I like to see? Heather Gay. Someone gave the perfect list on Watch Happens Live one time. Heather Gay, I would like to see on there. And then I'm trying to think who else from a show I watch. Because I want them all to be within the same age bracket too. People were saying Portia from Atlanta. No, that would not work. In Miami wouldn't work either because all of those ladies, like, it's just a certain thing they're accustomed to. I don't know because everyone else on Salt Lake is literally married. Monica just had a baby. Maybe Phaedra for fun. Phaedra Parks for fun. Or maybe you gotta go into the ex-wives club. Bring someone on there. Eva Marcel. I know she's going through a divorce. But I think the likelihood of someone finding someone on there, definitely Sutton and Garcelle. And shoot, even Heather Gay. But I definitely think Sutton would probably find someone on there because there's a bunch of weirdos on there. Just like a bunch of weirdos. But that was your episode. We talked about Real Housewives of Atlanta. We talked about some reality topics, this whole Offset, Cardi B, Stefan Diggs, all of this stuff going on. We talked about the Love Island USA premiere, which will be premiering today when you guys listen to this. Super excited to be busy, super busy with Love Island and catching up on that because the episodes drop daily. They feed us daily. And then, of course, we talked about Bravo's Love Hotel. Until the next time, we're going to be doing part 2 of What's the Reality on Kandi Burruss and Phaedra Parks' friendship on What the Reality with me, Cashay Roberts. Until the next time. Period. Thank you so much for listening to my podcast, What the Reality with me, Cashay Roberts. Don't forget to leave a 5-star rating and a comment wherever you listen to your podcast. Let me know what I should be doing. Let me know how I'm doing. All compliments are welcome. Until the next time.